Hi everyone, this is Sophie and I'm here to do the end of the year BJD tag, which was created by Bumblebee Love quite a few years ago. I'm not sure when it was created, but I've not done this tag before. I thought it would be fun, and without further ado, let's find the questions. Number 1, show us your doll family as it looks at the end of the year. So I'm not going to do that, but I have got some old faces and new faces with me today. I will share one new arrival with you, and that is my Nareen 401. He's a little shit actually. He doesn't ever want to like look. He just does that. Okay, so this is Key. Yes, he's a Nareen 401 and he arrived, I think it was March the 12th, so 2 days after my birthday. He's wearing some really cute Volks boots and Melody shorts and this old hoodie. I did pierce his ear as well, like he's got this cute little cross earring. And he actually has a face up. Normally it takes me like 10 years to do a face up on one of my new dolls, but this isn't going to be his permanent wig colour. He's going to have like a dark blue wig, because for some reason I just cannot get the idea out of my head that I would love a Nareen classic with like a teal wig or a blue wig. So he's got a bruise on his eye. He's gonna have a very like mischievous kind of personality, so he's always getting into like little scrapes and fights and stuff. The other dolls that I have with me, you will have definitely seen this guy before. He's a K-Doll Cases. He's slightly modded. He's got some earrings, which I love, and he is actually going to be getting a new wig soon from Switch. So this guy is my K-Doll Kale. I'm a huge K-Doll fan. I love their dolls. They're like my favourite company ever. And he has a new body, so I will talk more about that later, but this is how he looks now. He got a body upgrade this year and a new character, but oh my god, he is just gorgeous. Like, he is seriously one of the most beautiful dolls that I own right now. I love him so much. I love how he looks with this wig. So that's him. Oh my god, he's amazing. His name, oh my god, sorry, I've just got a text from my friend, and she's just sent me a message saying, it's turning green! I don't know what's turning green, but... So this guy's name, I can't decide whether it's going to be like Castor or Cassius, but I'm leaning more towards Cassius. But yeah, he's my K-Doll Kale. He's old, but he's got a new everything. The one other doll that I want to show off is this guy. Now he is a Nyko Lin, or Studio Nyko Duke head. And I got him maybe like 1 or 2 years ago, but he's just like, the head is so big, it's gonna have to go on like an 80 centimeter body, and I've been massively procrastinating on that. But I do think I'm gonna keep him because he is just so like amazing and beautiful and unique that I don't want to get rid of him. And I bought him this wig along with this wig because I just think they're amazing. And I'm very in love with him. I think he's starting to come together, and I really do want to get him a body this year. So yeah, so these are like some of the new arrivals I've got, and it's not quite my entire doll family, but I hope that makes up for the first question. Question number 2, how many doll videos did you make this year? I think I made 1 video, not counting this one. That's not great, so moving on. What was your first video of 2021 about? I think it was an unboxing. It was an unboxing for a vinyl doll, because I also got into vinyl this year, or last year, I can't quite remember. But yeah, I mean, that's not very interesting. Question number 4, how many pictures on any site or medium did you upload? Okay, so I've counted, and going by Instagram, I think I did like 24 or 25 doll related pictures. So that's not like the photos I took in total, but it's the ones that are doll related. So that's not too bad, because that's like an average of 2 a month. I mean, that's quite good for me. So, you know, that's fine. Question number 5, show us your first picture of the year. Okay, so this is a picture of an A-Zone doll. I will put it on the screen. Now I'm going to mix up question 6 and 7, so they're a very similar question, but I'm going to swap them. So question number 6 for me is, what is the worst thing that has happened to you in the doll hobby this year? Now for me, the worst thing and the best thing are kind of a similar thing, or like 2 sides of the same thing. So firstly, like losing my interest in the hobby completely, and then secondly, like changing the way that I collect and changing the way that I experience the hobby. So over the last few years, my interest really started to disappear, and for me personally it was mental health related, and related to some, issues that I've been trying to get diagnosed and trying to sort out. And it was really painful to lose interest and lose love for something that is, a huge creative outlet for you, something that you love and invest so much time and so much energy into. It really sucks to lose something like that. It's not just a hobby, this might seem over the top, but I think a lot of people understand what I mean when I say that for a lot of us, this hobby is how we reflect our tastes and what we love and our creativity, and in that way it's almost like a reflection of your sense of self, and feeling disconnected to a part of that it's really sad. Like, it sucks. And it wasn't like I wanted to lose interest. It wasn't like I thought, oh, I like reading more, or I like writing more, or I have so many more hobbies I enjoy. It wasn't like that. It was like I desperately wanted to be interested in my dolls. I desperately wanted to be interested in creating things for them and painting them, and I just didn't. I mean, there were times where looking at them made me feel sick, and looking at them made me really depressed, and that's just not fun. It really sucks. And as I've mentioned, I think one of the main reasons for that was, like, it was mental health related. It was to do with stuff that I was trying and still am trying to get diagnosed and sorted out. The other half of that is that I think the way that I collect in the hobby was no longer serving me, really. It was stressful. I was, trying to kind of create these deep, complex, in-depth characters and customize dolls according to that, and it became more of a stressful exercise of like trying to perfect this doll version of a character that I had in my head, and yeah, it was just stressful and it just wasn't working. So I've kind of switched, and I've decided to just have fun and collect dolls for being dolls and just aesthetic value only. And that kind of leads into question number 7, which is, tell us the best thing that happened to you in the hobby this year. Changing the way I collect, hands down, is the best thing. Now that I'm not limited to buying dolls to shell like complex characters and stories and all that kind of thing, I can buy any doll that I want just for fun. So this guy was one of those purchases. I also bought a Lucis boy. I have a Minifee L on order. Honestly, I've just been going crazy. Like, normally I buy like $1 a year, if that, but I've bought 1, 2, 3, and I think it's 3 resin dolls. I am going to order a 4th one soon, and I've also bought like 1, 2, 3 vinyl dolls and more Dolphy Dream heads. So yeah, I've been going crazy this year, like just buying things that I want to buy. And on the one hand, it's overwhelming because I've never had this many dolls arrive at once, and part of me is like, do you really want to do this? Like, that's a lot of dolls you have to customize. What if you feel depressed again? What if you feel overwhelmed again? But the other part of me is like, these are dolls I've always wanted. I've always wanted to have in my collection, so now I can have them. Another thing that I'm loving about that is that all of these dolls that I've bought, so the Narin, the Yunoa, the doll that I'm about to buy, like, they're all sculpts I love. Like, I have such a nostalgic love for these sculpts, so I've just been buying like every doll that I used to like obsessively look at pictures of, and every doll that I've always wanted to customize, and like I'm currently having a lot of fun. So that's the best hobby thing that's happened this year. Please look at the camera. Oh. He's like a grumpy teenager. He just does not want to cooperate. Okay. Please, please, please. He's on the Limhua body, by the way. He's not on a Bimong body. Question number 8. Show us your 3 favourite things that you got this year. So the first thing would be this guy's body. Oh my god. I have been looking for an excuse to buy a Feeple 65 body forever. I just love them. They pose beautifully. They look amazing. They have so much personality. It took me a while, but I finally found one for Cass, and I just feel like he's coming together. Like, he just looks amazing. That's definitely been a highlight of the year. And another thing, or 2 things, would be the lace front wigs I got from Taobao. Love those, they're amazing. And then the third thing, technically 4th if we're going to count the wigs as 2, but it would probably be this guy. I love having a Narin, he's so cute. I can't get over how pretty he is, and I haven't actually done any like proper photos of him, so when the weather stops acting up, we will go on a little photo shoot together. This brings us to question number 9, which is the last question, and that is, what is your New Year's hobby resolution? It's kind of a tricky one because these last 2 years in the hobby have been kind of very mixed for me and very variable, so I don't want to set myself up with too many goals. I think if anything, it would just be to enjoy myself whilst getting, you know, more of my dolls painted and customized and photographed, and like in general just doing hobby stuff and enjoying the hobby a lot more. Thank you for sticking through to the end and for watching this if you did. And I've been having so much fun watching everyone's end of the year tags. I don't know what it is about it, like it's just really nice to see everyone's collections and hear about how everyone's been doing. So if you're thinking of doing this tag, you know, please do and tell me and link me to your video and I'll watch it because I do like watching people's stuff. So thank you, Happy New Year, I really wish the best for you and your dolls, so take care and I'll see you in the next video.